January of 2025. I wake up, it's 4 in the morning, my alarm hits, and what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to now wake up, go into my garage and trying to and do some kickboxing, like training. I want to become the best kickboxer. I'll wake, but instead, what I do is I get up, walk into the fridge, open the fridge, take some chocolate, go back to my bed, and start watching some YouTube videos. And it wasn't even the good ones. I wouldn't just I would just watch some guy play video games, whatever. I would I'll do that. If I'm alone in the room, like sometimes my nephew would just kind of sleep over, but if he's not sleeping over, I'm probably jacking off one time. Then it's like 5 or 5:30. It's kind of time ready to go to school. I hit the shower. I change. Then like by 7 p.m. I'm at the bus station. Waiting for the bus, and I feel bad because and I really at that moment it usually hits me. I kind of feel bad, because I was supposed to train, but I didn't. Instead, I would just I would just jack off and um, go jack off and watch some videos. But what I do is I go to school. It's actually kind of feels okay, but then because I'm just kind of with my friends in the bus, we're chilling, talking. In school, we chill and talk, and when it's like we had like PE class, I would just we had like a big punching bag, what I would do, I would just train there. And when I come back home, I usually just train for a bit. Then I go back to my room. I watch some videos. I watch some videos. I watch some videos. But then I kind of like realize, oh shit, I only trained for a bit today. I told myself I'm gonna stop playing video games and watch people play video games, YouTube, whatever, and stop jerking off. But I didn't. But tomorrow, it's already night. It's like 7 p.m. Right? It's already night. I say, okay, tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. And tomorrow is the day I'm gonna like conquer the world. I'm gonna stop playing video games. I'm just gonna like wake up at 4 in the morning, train for 2 hours for school before school, and I would shower, cold shower, and go into the bus and feel good. Next morning hits, I wake up, it's 4 a.m. alarm. I get up, go into the fridge, grab some chocolate, back to my room, well, eat some chocolate, wait, watch some YouTube videos, jack off, and go to school. Or go get a shower, change whatever, go to school. But then it's tomorrow I'm gonna actually do it. Tomorrow I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna train for a bit. I wake up. I train for a bit, just for a bit. Just for like 30 minutes, whatever. Go back to my room. Yeah, go back to the kitchen, grab some snacks. Chocolate. Go back to my room, jack off, eat some chocolate. Now I would train. Like most of the days I would train. Most of the days I would actually train like for one, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. But I would. My biggest problem was I want to stop playing video games, and this been going on for 5 months now. I would just wake up, train for a bit, wake up. You usually just train for a bit most of the days, right? Then like I would train for 1 hour, but then get chocolate, come back to my bed and eat chocolate while I watch some YouTube videos. Then I would go to school, come back, and uh, go back and I would play some video games, go back to bed and say, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do it. Yeah, tomorrow, always tomorrow. You always kind of get like this, in a weird way. You always get some like kind of weird, motivation that says like, oh yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna do it. Like you, and then you wake up in the morning, and yes, you probably train or something like. I feel like at least I did. Then I would just play video games still. It's not, you do good habits, but you still have the bad habits. And that's been going on for 5 months, but then next month came and something changed. I There was this guy I was watching on YouTube, and he made a video how to get out of a rut. I was just there and I was like, yes, finally. Okay, I have my answers right now. Like, I'm in the rut. I want to stop playing video games, uh, so I can train even more. Then I'm gonna become the most productive person. I'm gonna become a kickboxer. I would watch the video, and I'm feeling happy. Finally found something. Finally some answers. For me. And what he said was completely opposite of what I was doing. He said, just do it less. He didn't say, stop immediately. What I would do is just tell myself, okay, I'm gonna stop playing video games tomorrow. But no, the real answer is, I. It said, just do it less each time. You. So I would. If jack off, if you jack off like 2 or 3 times a day, just do it 2 times. No, if you do it 3 times, okay, sorry, real example, okay. If you do it 3 times, do it 2 times next day. And your goal is to get 2 times. When you get 2 times, it's easy. 2 times, you do 1 time. And after that, you just stop. And you're not touching your PP anymore. Congratulations. If you want to stop playing video games, you just calculate how many hours you do it. Then you 1 hour less, or you find kind of alternatives. I'm gonna tell you about that, like what I did. So what I would do is just same thing. I would just tomorrow say, yes, I'm gonna do less. I'm gonna do it less. Like, I'm not gonna do it for that many hours. I'm just gonna do it less. But I find kind of problem with that. So I would just like get up next morning, and instead of just saying, oh, I'm gonna stop playing stop watch people play video games and play video games and all this other stuff. I would just stop playing video games. So I would just still I would still wake up, get the training, whatever, and then I would come back and eat chocolate and watch some videos. But when I would come back from school, I wouldn't play video games. I would just watch people play video games. That was kind of my alternative, which helped a lot. Um, then few weeks passes, and that actually feels easy. So what I would do next is I would wake up, train, go to my fridge, get some chocolate, go back to my room, and instead of watch people play video games, I would watch Netflix. And I'm only allowed to watch Netflix, right? Netflix or movies, if you ever have some whatever, that's the only content I'm allowed to watch. Then 2 weeks passes, and I'm out. I still I don't want to. I don't even want to watch it. I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like watching it. So just wake up, train, meditate, go back to go take shower, go to school, come back home, not play video games. I would just I would be on my phone. I would just listen to listen to the podcast, whatever. Then I would just read some books. Easy. It's not that hard. It didn't feel like it. Whatever. Then I would do and then next morning, same thing. Next morning, same thing. Then like a year passes, like literally a year. It's like it was start of 2026, and I played the video games. No, actually, Was it? No, it was a bit less. It was like 8 months. It was like I didn't play video games for like 7 8 months. Then I would for 4 months. Then I was in 4 months in a rut, and the only reason I was just the only reason like I was how they say, the only reason I couldn't quit again is because I wasn't following that rule. Like I had like this big ego, okay, because this the ego will come up, right, and tell you that oh, this is not right. If you already stop playing video games, right, or if you already stop doing this bad habit but you come back to it again, it's too low for you to just slow down, just do it less. What's actual, what's the actual answer? No, if your ego will kind of come up and they'll again say like you have to. I'm sorry, I'm a fucking pig. Your ego will come up and say like, you need to stop it now. You need to stop it now. Like you can't just do this progressive overload thing. You need to stop it now. Even though you're kind of consciously thinking, yeah, this is the right thing, but still, your ego will kind of come up and say, no, 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 no. You need to, stop it now. Then again, I found alternative. I would just, again, I would play video games less. I would just watch Netflix. Then from Netflix, I'd stop, and I stopped again. I used to stop playing video games. I stopped watching Netflix again. Like, no more this bad content. Like, this is basically the only answer, because we have like this self. I mean, it's not the only answer, but we have like this community in self improvement that says all you have to do is just use your willpower and stop. Like, if you don't stop, you're a pussy. Which is like, of course, you should train your self discipline. I have a course on that, and you should train your willpower. Of course, but I don't think that's like the main answer for it. Like, I believe that's main answer for starting doing a good habit. You just take all your energy and focus on that. If you want to do a bit, if you want to do a business like me, you focus on all your energy on that. You don't like focus on stop playing video games. No, you just focus on the good habit. Well, for bad habits, you kind of do alternatives, or you just do it less. Less by bit by bit, and you're gonna stop. It's gonna making it easier here. But we get like, oh no, all you have to do is you use your willpower, which is good. You good advice. You stop using your willpower with discipline, like Alice said. Like, that's good. You practice your willpower, you practice your self-discipline. You do things when you don't feel like doing them. That's like the whole point of self-discipline and willpower, right? But it's not gonna help you with this, because I don't know how does it work. Like, if you use your willpower to just focus on a good habit, it's gonna work. But if you focus on stopping a bad habit, it's not gonna work, because it's fucking hard. For that, you need to have some alternatives, or you just alternatives, like for playing video games, that'd be like, stop playing video games, just watch people on YouTube, play video games or whatever, just watch some content. Then from that, you just watch some Netflix, because I believe that's kind of the least stimulating thing you can do. And then from that, you just kind of stop. Have alternatives. Or if you play video games, let's say for 8 hours, right? That'd be, if you count from 8, 7, 6, 5, every day you just stop less, every week, to make it easier, until you just stop. It's that easy. You just stop. But of course, that's not the only answer. If you want to find out everything, everything. If you use this, okay, this is basically one thing that like really helped me a lot. Just alternatives, right? Alternatives, progressive overload, how we say it. Just slowly but surely stop doing that bad habit. But if you want to have some more information, how I stop, doing the bad habits. You can get a sample from my course. It's totally free, right? It's you just you're gonna have it like in link in the description, right? It's from a course. We speak about healing trauma, which is also the big thing for how do I say, for quitting bad habits. You're gonna get like 4 videos from a course in like one video. You're gonna get introduction, why should you listen to me, then like 2 videos from me, how to heal trauma. Get that. And if you really want to, you can also buy my full course. Plus, when you buy that course, you immediately kind of get like my self-discipline course, which is also helps a lot. In this course, that I'm talking about now, you have like healing trauma, uh, self-esteem, how to fix your self-esteem, and we can talk about this, this part, which is like progressive overload and how to make it, overall easier to stop doing bad habits and doing the good ones. I'll see you there.